There's graffiti on that alley. Oh, so you don't have to worry about that. If you see graffiti in an alley in the US and someone says, let's go walk down that alley. Whoo! So everybody's asking me the question and I haven't answered it, but I'm finally gonna answer it for you. Why did I choose Thailand? Why on earth did I choose the land of smiles? All right, my name is Tiara. I am an expat here in Thailand. I've been living here for a year as of the end of this month. And I gotta say, a lot of people have been asking me the question, and it makes sense to ask, and I'd be happy to tell you. Why is it that I chose to move to Thailand specifically? There are many options for me to move, but honestly, Thailand stuck out for a whole lot of reasons, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, in order to tell you why I chose Thailand, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the journey looked like for me to search for where I wanted to go. Now, as a person, right, there are a couple of factors that make me a little different, right? So, I'm a woman, right? I'm non-white, not Caucasian, whatever, and I am queer. So because of that, I needed to find a place that felt like safety, that felt like being welcomed, and that felt like I wouldn't have to look over my shoulder and wonder what's gonna happen when. So safety was the first on my list, and I have to be honest with you, I couldn't be happier with this aspect of the move because I've never felt safer in my freaking life. Okay? Never. As a woman, I could walk around, I'm not telling you I do this, but I could walk around at like 2 a.m. by myself down an alley in Chiang Mai, and it's silent and nothing happens. I don't have to worry about my safety. Now, am I going to be doing that all the time? No, because I don't have a reason to. But if I did, would I be safe? Yeah. I'll never forget when I first came here. One of the first weeks I was walking at 10 o'clock at night, walking around with a friend, and I was like, wait, we can't walk down that alley. And they were like, it's Thailand. You don't have to worry about walking down an alley. There's graffiti on that alley. Oh, so you don't have to worry about that. Wow. If you see graffiti in an alley in the US and someone says, let's go walk down that alley. Whoo! I ain't doing that. So, all jokes aside, safety. Safety was my number one. Now, I dove into a little bit about being a woman and feeling safe even late at night, okay? Even like if it's late at night, I get a ride, I get a grab, let's say it's 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know. I don't party like that anymore. But let's say I did, right? And I get on a grab at 2, 3 in the morning. Guess what? I'm safe. I'm good. I get home safe, super safe. In fact, there's actually safety measures that are put in place on grab rides to make sure it's pretty easy to be able to catch, let's say if somebody takes a wrong turn, or if there were anything nefarious going on, like let's say with your driver, it can be caught. There are safety measures built into the app. So I'm safe then too, right? Now, let's talk about the other factors that I mentioned. So, being a woman of color. I should put that in. Woman of color. like reading rainbow. Sorry. Anyways, I am a woman of color, okay? So I'm very well aware that there are some spaces that maybe perhaps either weren't made for me or that simply tolerate me, or spaces that just aren't comfortable for me to be in, babe, and that's okay. So I needed to make sure that wherever I went was comfortable for me as a woman of color, and I gotta tell you, I am very comfortable. Now, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Are there people sometimes that look at me and they have never seen somebody with my hair? They have never yeah, mostly my hair. They've never seen somebody with my hair, so they would like to ask me questions about it. Or sometimes, because I'm a teacher, some of my students are like, teacher, can I? And I say, no, thank you, right? But it's due to curiosity. It's not due to any sort of issues with your skin color. It's curiosity, okay? And outside of that, anything else that I've experienced here has been people asking me questions, okay? I have really never had someone be super awful to me or anything like that because of my skin color here. But in the US, I can't even tell you how many times there are comments that have been said that I'm like, oh, did you just get, they see us? Oh, okay. So that is not a problem here. I have not had that issue, and I'm very, very fortunate that that's the case. So yeah, I would say safety for sure, as well as just not feeling like I'm only tolerated, because let's call it what it is. In the US, yes, I can walk in, I can, yes, I can exist in the US, and I said exist for a reason. Exist, subsist, whatever you want to say, because at the end of the day, I'm not thriving. In the US, I was constantly being looked at for this right here, and a lot of people treated me either differently, spoke to me differently, or didn't want to speak to me at all. I've had people in the US not want to shake my hand, all because of, okay? So, not saying that that's 100% prevalent. It is certainly something that happens, and it depends on a whole lot of factors, where you're at, all those sorts of things. But my point is, this caused some difficulties in my home country. And coming here to Thailand, nobody is awful to me just because of my skin color. Imagine that. So, another thing, and someday I'll probably touch on this, don't bring your same mindset with you. It won't fare well here, because people are not like that. And of course, the next thing is being queer. So I am a non-straight person. So that means that sometimes people can be a little upset. And as a result of that, right, there are some people in the US who get very upset and perturbed, to the point that I feel very unsafe if they are aware of the fact that I am a non-straight person. Now, people see me and automatically assume straight. Okay. It's not like I'm shouting from the rooftops like, hey, I just want everybody to know. Because why would I do that? But when it comes to feeling safe, even though I am non-straight, that is something that is scary. So coming here, right, Thailand is known for being very LGBTQ friendly, and being very also like transgender friendly. I am not transgender. However, I'm saying my point is to be in a place where you are celebrated for being non-straight or different. It hits so much differently than you think it does, because you finally feel like you're coming home to people who don't look at you like you're a crazy person or a weirdo or some sort of pariah, you know? Now, we also have to talk about the fact that this is the land of smiles, man. I am a person who loves to smile, and as you can tell, I love to smile. I love to make other people smile, and I've always been this way. So to go somewhere where it is not uncommon for you to see a stranger and give a head nod and give a big smile, oh my God, does that change my day? I love it. I love saying hi to random people. I love, oh, sawadee ka, which means, hi, how are you, right? So I love saying hello to everyone. I love when they say hi to me. I have kids at my school that don't know me that are so excited just to say, hi teacher. They just want to speak in English. They're so excited. And then you have, even adults here, right? That just want to say hello, or that see me smile and they just want to smile back at me. That matters. When it comes to your quality of life, that matters. When people just want to be happy and smile, just to be happy and smile with you, when you're that kind of person, unmatched. unmatched. So when they say land of smiles, they truly mean a land of smiles. And Thailand is a predominantly Buddhist country. So the ideals here, which also kind of touches on another reason, the ideals here are very different. So outside of it being a more relaxed, chill, or as they say, sabai sabai, right? Chill, chill, very chill, relaxed lifestyle, okay? It's also a predominantly Buddhist country, so the ideals are different in a sense that it has more to do with being kind. Who would have thought? Sarcasm. Who would have thought? Being kind, being a good person. The ideals are different, and when you're in a Buddhist country, what is considered normal as far as how you treat other people, how you speak to other people, it's different. It's very different. Next, I would say I chose Thailand because of the cost of living. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. The US is very expensive, okay? I was probably spending 4 or 5 times what I'm spending now on my life for the same shit. So, the cost of living is a very large portion of why I chose Thailand, you know? Because not only is your food cheaper, listen, if you haven't gotten my guide, by the way, please do, because in the guide you will see, and on my TikTok, you will see benchmark numbers of how much I'm actually truly spending on my bills. But in the guide, you'll also see guidelines for every different type of bill and other types of expenses and how much they cost by benchmark. Here in Chiang Mai, for example, and in a more bigger location like Bangkok, right? But you're gonna find that in comparison to most places like the United States, like Europe, right? It's significantly cheaper here in Asia, but also in Thailand. And again, Asia has many different countries, right? So Cambodia's pricing is different than Thailand, and Thailand's pricing is different than Vietnam, and so on and so on and so on. So Thailand, pretty decently priced. And if you're wanting to live a swankier lifestyle, especially if you're from one of those countries such as Europe or the United States, you're definitely gonna wanna hold on to your hat, babe, because when you see the price tag for something as luxurious as what you're used to, it's low. If you're making it your home currency, of course, okay? Yeah, I should probably say that part. So, I think that just about Let's try that again. I think that just about wraps up our video here as to why I chose Thailand specifically to move to as an expat in her first year moving abroad. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting new videos 2 times a week. And of course, I post on TikTok regularly, basically every single day, in addition to Instagram. Please find me at the handles located here on the screen. I am excited for you to be here, and I look forward to talking to you next time. See ya.